Okay, so I did my project on hockey analytics, the relationship between goals, shots on net, and percentage of shots resulting in a goal. Background. So shots that hit the net and percentage of shots a player takes should be related to the number of goals scored. The two strategies in hockey for scoring are shooting the puck from wherever, regardless of the angle or quality of scoring opportunity, and waiting until you have a quality scoring chance to shoot the puck. Purpose and method. The goal of the study is to determine the shot accuracy is a better predictor of goals than shot frequency. The method developed was to select secondary data from last year's NHL season of forwards that played 75 or more games. The dependent variable was the total goals scored. The independent variables were total shots taken and the percentage of those shots leading to a goal. My data source was Sports Reference. It's just a website that records data from different major professional sport leagues and puts them in a format that I can take and put into my Excel easily. Okay, so for my descriptive stats, for goals, my mode was 12, my median was 19, and my mean was 20.703. The range for goals was 49, the interquartile range was 16, the sample variance was 106.7, and the sample standard deviation was 10.33. For total shots, it was 174. The median was 161. The mean was 168.903. The range was 305. The interquartile range was 88. The sample variance was 3702.45. And the sample standard deviation was 60.85. And finally, for shot percent, so 12.2%, or 12.2 was the mode, 11.9 was the median, 11.98 was the mean, the range was 20.2, the interquartile range was 4.8, the sample variance was 12.3, and the sampled standard deviation was 3.51. Okay, so for 50% of the players that I sampled scored between 12 and 28 goals. Of the players in this sample, 50% had between 120 and 208 shots on net. And for shooting accuracy, 50% of the players were between 9.5% and 14.3%. Here's my histogram for goals scored, so you can see that it's slightly positively skewed, and it drops off a lot on the left side here, and there's not really any outliers on the other side. Yeah, so you can see for the box plot, it shows a better view of the skew here. Shows a better view of the skew, and it's kind of normally distributed, but there is skew. And then again here, there's a positive skew, except there's more of a drop off towards the middle. So it's almost like it's more skewed than the last one, but there's more uniform to it. And then there's also outliers. So you can see the outlier here, and yeah, you can see that it's positively skewed. And then this one's definitely normally distributed. Yeah, there's definitely some outliers on the other end. As you can see the two outliers here, and you can see the normal distribution. Validity of my measures. So this scatter plot shows the total shots and shot percentage do not have a good correlation. This means that those who shoot less do not shoot more accurately, or the opposite, those who shoot a lot are more accurate. This is evidence that my two independent variables are separate measures. Scatter plots regression. So scatter plots completed for the following: total goals by total shots, total goals by shot percentage, and then regression analysis completed, total shots predicting total goals, and shot percentage predicting total goals. Okay, so here's our first scatter plot here. So you can see that our outlier, Leon Draisaitl, it's a pretty outstanding player in the NHL. He took around a quarter of his shots led to goals. That's pretty good, and so he's definitely an outlier here. And then you can see Alex Ovechkin, who's closer to the norm into the line. He actually took more shots. Like he took 350 shots almost, but he scored only one more goal than Leon Draisaitl. Okay, so here's the residual. So you can see Draisaitl down here. He had 50 goals, which is the 99th percentile, and he had 231 shots, which is the 84th percentile. So that's why he's an outlier. You can see this is him without outlier removed, or with outlier removed. So no Draisaitl in this, and the R it's higher. Okay, so here's our total goals by shot percentage. Here's another outlier, Ivan Barbashev. So he scored only 14 goals, but his shot percentage, the shots that he took, more than 20% of those actually went in the net. So that's the highest in the NHL. So you can see he's way down here, he drags the line way down. And he's the 25th percentile for goals, so it's low. He's the 99.9th percentile for shot percentage. So that's, you can see up there, he's a huge outlier. Okay, then here's with Barbashev removed. The line's better fitting and the R is again higher. So the correlation's higher. Regression analysis summary. So this is our data with Draisaitl in and with him removed. So you can see this is just a comparison. It doesn't really change the correlation very much. And then here's the regression analysis summary without Barbashev for our shot percentage. And yeah, again, it doesn't really change it too much. Okay, so for conclusions, as a hockey player myself, I predicted that accuracy or quality of shots would be a better predictor of goals than the shot totals, shot production. While both shot percent and total shots were solid predictors of goal production, shot total was a better predictor, the opposite of what I predicted. Shot percentage is likely not the best measure of shooting accuracy. Cooper 2014 suggested that we should be looking at shot attempts instead of shots that only made contact with the net or goalie, because this would account for total shots taken and not just shots that hit the net. For example, in 2014, Ovechkin again, I was showing him earlier, he hit the net only 50% of, he only hit the net on 50% of his shot attempts. Recommendations. I recommend the NHL to record better analytics for goal production ability. They should be looking at the quality of shot attempt and the purpose of those shot attempts. Players don't always shoot the puck for it to go in directly, so often the best players they place their shots in parts that are congested with player traffic to make it harder for the goalie to track the puck or lead to a deflection from another player in a goal.